Hi, and you're here because you're looking for some information or help in being able to stop smoking successfully. And let me tell you something, you're at the right place. My name is Bud Panesar, and I run a transformational coaching and hypnotherapy clinic on the Sunshine Coast of Queensland called Deep Transformations. I am the founder here, and I am the therapist who deals with smoking. And one of the things we do specialize in here is smoking cessation. Now, people generally fail to stop smoking successfully because they're either not ready, or they're not motivated enough, or they choose the wrong method. The thing to understand here is that smoking is an addiction. It's actually a chemical addiction. And the people who understand that it's an addiction are able to look at themselves in a different way and actually overcome it. They are much more successful at stopping smoking than people who think it's just a hobby or something they enjoy doing. Now, the addiction itself has two components. The first is the chemical addiction to nicotine. Now, nicotine is an extremely poisonous and addictive substance. It's actually gram for gram more poisonous than arsenic, for instance. And it's so addictive because it's very fast acting. One of the things to know about nicotine is it's so fast acting that within 30 minutes you go into withdrawal, right? So you have a smoke, or you have a hit, or you have a vape. And after about 30 seconds, you feel good, and then the fuzziness starts returning. And in about 30 minutes, you're gone into withdrawal again to such an extent that you need another hit. So it creates this cycle of addiction. Now, the best news about the chemical part of that addiction is that when you stop smoking, generally within 3 to 4 days, that chemical part of the craving is gone. But when that chemical part is gone, what remains is the psychological aspect of that addiction. And this is the one that really gets people, because that psychological part of the addiction stays with you essentially forever. And it ends up tripping you up, and which is why you find if someone stopped, they get over the chemical dependency, but within a few weeks or within a few months, something happens that triggers them again. There's some stress or something in their lives that brings about a trigger and an excuse. The thought comes up, if I have a smoke, I'm going to feel better. And there they go. They have one cigarette and that's it. Back to smoking again within a couple of days. So in order to successfully treat smoking, what we have to do is we have to work at both elements. We have to work both on the chemical part of the addiction as well as the psychological part. That's a full treatment plan. Not just giving you nicotine replacement and letting you cut down gradually. That doesn't work. That's just a drug replacing another drug. You don't get an alcoholic who's addicted to whiskey and give him vodka and say, well, you're going to get better now. That doesn't work. You actually have to work on the addiction itself. Now, I'm an ex-smoker. I smoked for 22 years. And this is why I'm so successful at helping people stop, because I actually understand the addiction from the standpoint of an addiction, and that's how I got myself free. I've developed a method to get you free too. Now, my method works in such a way that it gets you to stop smoking within 3 sessions with me, and that's about 4 hours of work roughly. And I get you to stop smoking without feeling negative side effects like cravings, withdrawals, irritability. One of my patients used to have headaches each time they tried to stop before. They came in, and with my method they didn't even have those headaches. So without the negative side effects, without even weight gain. Now, what you need to really remember about nicotine addiction is that it's a cycle. Each cigarette creates the need for the next one. So you have a hit, you go into withdrawal, you have a hit, you go into withdrawal, and this carries on for life. There are only 2 ways an addict gets free of an addiction. The first one, not a great option, it's death. You're an addict until you die. And generally, the poison tends to kill you quicker and gives you a worse life than you would have had if you had stopped. The second way is to actually work on it, cease, to actually stop smoking, to actually get through that addiction, to actually beat it, to conquer it. And that's what I can help you do. So do yourself a favor. What do you have to lose? Click below, and what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm going to send you my free ebook. And this details the 5 deadly triggers you must overcome in order to successfully stop smoking. Now, the second thing I'll do for you is I'm going to send you my perfect 10-step stop smoking strategy. Now, this is a bunch of instructions and suggestions around what you need to do in order to get ready, to get motivated, to choose the correct method for you, to garner the support of your friends, to set a quit date, and how to get over the main obstacles that stop someone from stopping smoking successfully. Now, the third thing I'm going to do for you is when you click below, you have the option of selecting a time slot in my calendar for me to phone you. And that way, I can provide you with any information you need and answer any questions you may have about the treatment so that you can choose whether you would like to come with me and actually get yourself free of nicotine addiction and stop smoking successfully for good. Now, I can really help you with that, so I'd encourage you to click below, have the phone call, and see if it's going to work for you. I know it will. So, do you believe in yourself? Give it a chance. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.